Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Backlog series, continuing with my gameplays of my Creation Famiclone internal memory games. So, as I already announced, today I want to play some Tetris, which is actually Tengen Tetris, which is the good version, or my favorite version, I should say. I'm gonna go, obviously, for Bradinsky, the best fucking music. You have seen me do this version on probably live streams more than recordings, more than once. Actually, either this or the Atari arcade game, which basically this was based on, because the music and the graphics and some of the things are exactly the same. So, a couple of interesting facts about the Tengen version. It is regarded nowadays as one of the most expensive NES games. I mean, probably not the most expensive NES games, but it is one expensive NES game these days. Actually, I was playing not very long ago the Game Boy version on live stream, and someone was actually commenting and telling me how awesome this version is also, and of course I agree with that. But then he told me that the Tengen NES Tetris is actually one of the expensive games these days. I don't know how much it is worth these days, specifically in terms of numbers. I haven't checked out, for example, eBay or Amazon for that matter. But all I know is that it is not a cheap title at all. So that's why I'm really glad that actually I got it on these multi-card internal memory games. Not that I'm interested in buying it or anything, but it's cool to have it on a console and play it on actual hardware too. I mean, it's fucking Tetris, nothing spectacular out of this. But I grew up with this version too. I played it on another multi-card, I remember. And also, this reminds me, again, as I said before, to the Atari arcade game, which actually I got it nearby my house. In a fruits and veggies store, actually. I got this game on arcades, Mortal Kombat 1 and Super Volleyball, which nobody cared about. So, yeah. This version specifically, listening to this music and everything, has like a big nostalgia impact on me. That's why I like it more than the NES or the Game Boy versions, which is probably everybody is more familiar with. But trust me, this Tengen one is, and the Atari one, of course, as a consequence, causes me a lot more nostalgia than the mainstream versions. I do want to take a look, actually, probably at the end of the video or something, how much is this version on the internet, if I found any information. Actually, I should have looked that up before starting the recording, but whatever, I mean, you know how I am. What are you expecting, professionals? This fucking dancing is the fucking best. Does it ever stop on their own? Because I know I have to press the button for them to stop dancing. I'm just wondering if they stop on their own. Cool. We get to hear the whole thing. And this continues. So yeah, I mean, regardless of how pricey this could be these days, I'm really glad, I got it on this little collection thing. I mean, a multi-card without Tetris is not a real multi-card. Same thing with Mario, Super Mario Brothers. A multi-card without Super Mario Brothers is not a real multi-card. I mean, I don't know any multi-card that doesn't have Super Mario Brothers in it. Speaking of that, that was actually the question that I wanted to ask you when I was playing Adventure Island last week. Well, actually I was playing it half an hour ago, but you know, last week for you who are watching the video. I want to ask you if I actually should play Super Mario Brothers out of this collection, but I decided not to. If I do it, it will be on a live stream, not here, not now, not on a recording, because it's fucking Super Mario Brothers. Everybody knows it, everybody has played it, nothing spectacular out of that. The problem is that my viewership, unfortunately for you guys, I know you way too well, and I know you're gonna watch it and probably pay more attention more than any other game, even though it's been done millions of times everywhere, but you still keep watching the same things again and again. It's like the one criticism I always have against not only my viewership, but I'm talking about the internet in general. Not looking for something new, but always in their comfort zone, waiting waiting to see the same things again and again, and discard anything that they don't know because they simply don't know it, which is the stupidest mentality there is. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna do rants that probably will cause more than one issue with people. Dude, I improved a lot in this one. I did so much better in this second round, or second level. I was struggling a little bit at the end of the first one. Yeah, we're gonna skip the dance for now. But yeah, I might end up finishing the video before I actually game over, even though that was very terrible what I just did. Anyway, I'm getting shitty pieces too. That contributes. That adds to the failure. Whatever, put it there. It's kind of an ugly setup right now, as it looks, but on the other hand, I'm not in danger of losing yet. And even if it's getting slightly faster, I shouldn't blame it on that. I will not blame it on that. But yeah, I'm making very terrible decisions here. Sorry guys if I get carried away with my ranting. But you guys seem to be fine with it most of the time when I do rants that can even affect your feelings. That talks about either you being mature enough to take it or not giving a shit at all, which is very likely. Alright. No! That was actually the first stupid mistake of the run. What about the single line? I don't think I've seen it in this round at all. I know it's an uncommon piece, but come on, just a little bit. Okay, I'll use this one then. Still, I'm going to get a decent triple. Oh, maybe I'll end up dying in this run. I mean, I can just leave it at this, go home, and now you give me a one-liner when I don't need it, of all times. Just for a single. Oh, that was the top. Alright, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. And yeah, right over the 10-minute mark, which is pretty convenient, if you will. So yeah, that was Tetris, Tengen Tetris. Oh yeah, I want to take a look. I actually want to see. Let's see if we can look it up real quick. The prices. Tengen Tetris. Price. $60. I mean, yeah, it is a little bit pricey. Loose price $64, complete price $118, new price $3,061. Manual only $30 for the manual only. Box only $50. Are you serious? Wow, it's a lot more expensive than I thought. Yeah, I mean, loose is around $70. Right? Complete $234. New $719 in some cases. But yeah, let's just look for it. Let's look for it loose, without boxes, without manuals. $70 is still kind of like an expensive NES game. It's not as expensive as others, obviously, but this one right here is $90 on eBay too. So yeah, it is a little bit pricey. Wow. So yeah, I'm really glad I actually have it here. I can enjoy it here on a bootleg multi-card or whatever, but hey, it counts. I'm playing on real hardware with a real NES controller and everything, so it feels good. It doesn't feel as piratey. Alright guys, I'll see you hopefully next week with a couple more games out of this Creation Famiclone internal memory games. See you then.